you. There is a reaction which is coming in. Kangana Ranaut has now tweeted about it. Let me go across to Aditi. Aditi, what has she said?
Comments have made a mark in India, and Kangana Ranaut is now praising Javed Akhtar. In a tweet, she has said that जब मैं जावेद साहब की पोइट्री सुनती हूँ तो लगता था ये कैसे माँ सरस्वती जी की उन पे कृपा है, लेकिन देखो कुछ तो सच्चाई होती है इंसान में, तभी तो खुदाई होती है उनके साथ में. जय हिंद जावेद अख्तर साहब, घर में घुस के मारा. Now this is a reference to the surgical strike that has been done by India, and the same is being reiterated by Kangana Ranaut, saying, lauding Javed Akhtar's comments in Pakistan.
Well, that's very interesting. Ghar mein ghus ke mara. Let me go across to Rashid Alfi of the Congress Party, who is joining us. Many are comparing the stern comments coming in from Javed Akhtar to Pakistan and the unambiguous message he sent to Pakistan to what had happened when your party leader Mani Shankar Iyer had gone to Pakistan, where he had decided to instead deride India as well. I believe we've lost that audio connection. We are going to be trying to get Congress's reaction as well. But Pradeep, if I can come back to you, that is an interesting comparison being drawn by Kangana Ranaut, isn't it? Ghar mein ghus ke mara, a reference to the surgical strike. That's what Javed Akhtar has done today in India's soft diplomacy.
Yes, in fact, one should be appreciative of what Javed Akhtar did. Because had he not gone, he would have lost his chance of hitting out at Pakistan, ghar mein ghus ke marne ka, an artistic surgical strike from his side, what Javed Akhtar did. And this was a program of Faiz Ahmed Faiz. And Faiz Ahmed Faiz has always been critical of Pakistan Army. I remember his couplet in Punjabi, Sham udi ka, Fajr udi ka, Aake te sari umar udi ka, Aand gawand dive balde, Rabba mera chanad kar de, Jag vasda hai, main bhi vasa, kidre na pendiya dasa. He was talking about how the Pakistan had been suffering because of army, their policies, and now we have seen that how the relationship between India and Pakistan is spoiled again because of the terror being sponsored by Pakistan Army and Inter-Service Intelligence. But why the artistic community had been completely silent? We had been hosting their community, we had been allowing them to work in Bollywood, but they never ever condemned 26/11 attack. They never ever spoke out against Hafiz Saeed, who is being harbored. The perpetrator still continues to be in Pakistan, and no action is being initiated against him. So that was the question that was raised by Javed Akhtar. He said these terrorists did not come from Norway. They came from Pakistan. Ajmal Kasab was again a Pakistani who was caught. Had he not been caught, they would have completely denied. They would have said that this was handiwork of somebody else. And I think this should be also an eye-opener for people like Digvijay Singh. Digvijay Singh, exactly after 26/11 attack, he had said that how Karkare had called him, and he said that he was having threat from Hindu extremist element. So he was simply trying to give a different kind of a tinge and color to the whole episode, giving a clean sheet to Pakistan. Exactly what he did after the Pulwama bombing, when he said that there is a question mark over the Pulwama bombing also. He was trying to blame government, when I just only a few weeks back only confronting him. So I think this is an eye-opener for people like Digvijay Singh. This is an eye-opener for people like Mani Shankar Iyer, that stop maligning image of your country. You should have the guts to hit them hard where it is going to hurt them most. And exactly Javed Akhtar did the same thing. This was an artistic surgical strike. He rightly said that we had been hosting your people, whether it was Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, whether it was Ghulam Ali. Ghulam Ali was hosted in 2005. In fact, L.K. Advani was those days Home Minister. He was present in that function at City Fort Auditorium when he sang, Dil mein ek lehar si uthi abhi, koi taza hawa chali abhi. Lekin wo taza hawa abhi tak Pakistan nahi chali hai. They continue to follow those old policy of bleeding India 1,000 kids. Unless and until they change their tactics, I think the relationship between the two countries is not going to improve. That is what Javed Akhtar told them. The civil society has to speak, Pakistan artistic community has to speak, and they have to host the kind of love and affection what we are showering on your artists, your people, your singer. The same love and affection is not being showered on us. And I think this was the fantastic style of conveying things in a manner nobody would have done that. I think this is the real way to hit them hard. And one should be appreciative of it. Is not that a short while back, one of my colleagues was talking to Mr. Memon also. He was saying that no, it was his personal view. It was not a personal view. This reflects the emotions and sentiments of 1.3 billion Indians. Everybody was pained when these 10 terrorists, they came from Karachi, they targeted Mumbai, in which 165 people lost their lives, which included people from other nationalities. Also, they did not spare even women and children. And since then, India had been asking for justice, and justice is being denied because the perpetrator continues to move scot-free. And who is the perpetrator? Everybody knows the perpetrator is Hafiz Saeed. And look at another big joke. Lakvi, he gives birth to a child in a jail. He is said to be in jail. So what kind of a jail is it where he fathers a child? So these are the questions being asked. So Javed Akhtar said, these terrorists did not come from Norway, they came from Pakistan. And I think it was a big embarrassing moment for Pakistan also, when he was hitting them hard, an artistic surgical strike, a similar kind of a paradigm shift of we saw in the military strategy also after Uri attack in 2016, when the first surgical strike was carried out after Pulwama bombing, second surgical strike was carried out, and this time also their fake narrative was completely demolished and decimated by Javed Akhtar. He did not use kinetics, he did not fire a bullet. This was a verbal volley from his side. I think this pain, what Javed Akhtar has inflicted, they are going to feel whole of their life. If there is still the conscience left, this is definitely going to stir their conscience, and they should ask the government to stop the policy of terror and move towards peace. Only then things can be better, because India always believed in handshake. India had never any expansionist mode or agenda in life, unlike China or like Pakistan, to hit out at their neighbor, because India always wanted to have a better relationship. So this was a fantastic response. He used that podium, he used their stage to hit them hard. And I think this is the best way to do, because you provide him a podium and then see how he's going to use the podium. Not like Mani Shankar Iyer, where he was deriding his own country. He was trying to project a very dark picture about India, as if everything has changed ever since the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. You can have a visceral hatred for your Prime Minister, but when you are representing a country, because at the end of the day you are carrying Indian passport, wherever you are traveling, you are Indian first. So you need to represent ideology and sentiments of the India and Indians, rather than talking for the other nation. Not that we need not have a good relationship.
You're absolutely right.
This
is indeed an artistic surgical strike, if you can call it that, by Javed Akhtar. As Kangana Ranaut say, Ghar mein Ghus ke Maara. In fact, let's remind our viewers what exactly were the words which were used by India's icon, one of the biggest legends in the music industry, Javed Akhtar. This is what the composer, in very beautiful language but very unambiguous language, gave this message to Pakistan from Pakistani soil.
यहाँ मैं तकल्लुफ से काम नहीं लूंगा। हमने तो नुसरत के बड़े-बड़े फंक्शन किए, मेहदी हसन के बड़े-बड़े फंक्शन किए। आपके मुल्क में तो लता मंगेशकर का कोई फंक्शन नहीं है। तो हकीकत ये है, चलिए अब हम एक दूसरे को इल्जाम न दें, उससे सॉल्व नहीं हो। ये अहम बात ये है कि ये जो आजकल इतना गर्म है फिजा, वो कम होनी चाहिए। हम तो बम्बई के लोग हैं, हमने देखा हमारे शहर पे कैसे हमला हुआ था। तो वो लोग नॉर्वे से तो नहीं आए थे, ना इजिप्ट से आए थे, वो लोग अभी भी आपके मुल्क में घूम रहे हैं।
So let me go back across to Pradeep. Pradeep, very beautifully put. After all, he's known for his words. Today, he's used those words to reply to the way that they have. Pakistan has targeted us with AK-47s. Words can, of course, cut harder than weapons at times, isn't it? But interestingly, not just a surgical strike on Pakistan, Javed Akhtar has also called out the lobby, the ecosystem in India. Those who till date say, let's have talks with Pakistan.
Yes, in fact, he was trying to hit out at Pakistan also, and he was questioning the lobby, because often we have seen that there are people in India who keep on batting for dialogue with Pakistan, whether we talk about Abdullahs, whether we talk about Muftis. And he was also trying to show mirror to people like Mani Shankar Iyer, because he had always been trying to portray a very gloomy picture about India, how things have really changed ever since Prime Minister Narendra Modi has taken over the reins of the country in his hands. So he had always been doing so, not realizing that this is not the time to play politics. You can play politics back home, but when you are in the other country, you are representing your country, and you should speak for your country. That's exactly what Javed Akhtar did. You rightly said, he did not use kinetics, he did not use bullets, he did not fire any AK-47 round, unlike Ajmal Kasab, killing so many people. What he did, he used words to convey a message loud and clear to Pakistan that you have a man called Hafiz Saeed sitting in your backyard. You are feeding a snake, and the snake is going to bite you, something which Hillary Clinton has also mentioned in her book. So if you are going to feed such snakes, these snakes are going to bite you. We have suffered a lot because of terrorism from across the border. So stop talking about talks and terror can't go together. This was the message he was carrying in his heart, and this was a message conveyed to Pakistan, and also a message to civil society and artistic community there, because we have never ever seen any of these artists who had been working in Bollywood, who had been making money here, filling their coffers, speaking against terrorists, speaking against Hafiz Saeed, or speaking or condemning any attack like 26/11. They have never ever done that. In fact, they have further tried to encourage and embolden them. Here in India, we have spoken. Many people, in fact, observed 2-minute silence in Parliament when there was a terror attack in the
Pradeep, do stay on with us. Do stay on with us. Atul Anjan of the CPIM is also here on the show. Mr. Anjan, your first reaction to the words of Javed Akhtar, a true representative of India from Pakistani soil?
I think
Well, there seems to be a bit of a problem there with the audio line. Let me go across to Pranesh as well, who's joining us. Pranesh, very interesting comments which are coming in from Javed Akhtar, especially since the kind of precedents that we've had in the past, where several of the, for example, Congress leaders have gone to Pakistan and decided to deride India instead of standing up for India.
The contrast, Meghna, is for all of us to see, and I can't, hold back my excitement, because, for far too long, I've been thinking that somebody who has the stature of Javed Akhtar should go to Pakistan and say this. It's not very often because of the commentary that we've seen in the past, and I'm referring to what Digvijay Singh had said when 26/11 attacks happened. He said, look, all this was done by the RSS. We are also trying to get in touch with people like Ratan Sharda, Rahul Ishwar, who will, give us their take on this, because we've had so many debates, Meghna, you would remember. I want to tell our viewers, just remind them of what Manishankar Iyer had said. Manishankar Iyer, who often goes to Pakistan, and Pakistan rolls out the red carpet for Manishankar Iyer, is only because Manishankar Iyer, the Congress veteran, does India bashing in Pakistan. For a change, we have Javed Akhtar going to Pakistan holding a big mirror. This mirror is as big as Pakistan's terror factory. This mirror that Javed Akhtar has shown, and allow me to just make my point. I know you have a reaction on the phone. This is what Manishankar Iyer had said, and I'm quoting now. He said that if we must remove Prime Minister Modi so that talks can resume between two countries. What he didn't say is what Akhtar has said, that if you want bilateral ties to resume and normalcy restored between the two countries, terror must stop.
Absolutely.
That Pakistan pushes terror every day to bleed India.
Yes, you're absolutely right. This is quite a contrast that we can see between what has happened in the past with the likes of Manishankar, and today how Javed Akhtar has literally taken the bull by its horn and called out Pakistan for its terror breeding factories.